everyone feeling today? Today is a very special occasion here at Eagle Pass High School because not only do we have an amazing send-off today for our softball girls, but right now we have the first female track and field scholarship of this season. Today is definitely all about girl power as we are here to applaud and recognize the athletic merits of Miss Victoria Bartlett. We are going to watch an eagle keep her wings as she is about to become a saint at Our Lady of the Lake University in San Antonio, Texas. And now to welcome you all to Eagle Pass High School, we have Assistant Principal Mr. Sergio Esquivel.
Good afternoon, everybody. Just want to welcome everybody to Eagle Pass High School on behalf of Mr. Huerta and Eagle Pass administration. We'd like to just obviously thank a few people for this very special moment today. We've had, multiple sports have signings this year, but girls track's turn this time around. So first, I'd like to start by thanking the coaching staff, Coach Pete Venegas, our coordinator, Mr. Juan Gonzalez, and their coaching staff who've done an amazing job every year in and out with these kids, preparing these kids for the competition of the year and for competition at the next level. Very successful program that we have every single year. So coaches, thank you very much for all your hard work and dedication to these student athletes. And to the family and parents, I'd like to say congratulations on behalf of Eagle Pass High School administration. You should be extremely proud of this young lady. She's worked extremely hard throughout her years here at Eagle Pass High School. She's made us extremely proud as not only an athlete, but a student as well. So we know, obviously, that has to do with, the values and the guidance that you guys have provided at home. So congratulations once again. And to Ms. Bartlett, we'd like to say thank you for everything you've done for Eagle Pass High School and all your years of hard work. And we wish you the best of luck at Our Lady of the Lake. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Esquivel. And he definitely touched on something very important because today I found out that we are not only recognizing your athletic accomplishments, we're recognizing Victoria's academic accomplishments because she has earned a scholarship for both, for her merits on the track and field and her merits in the classroom. And for that, she deserves one big round of applause. Up next, to give us a little bit more insight as to why we're here to celebrate her track and field success, we have head girls track and field coach, Coach Pete Venegas.
Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank our administrators, iVision, Victoria's parents and her family and everyone that's here, to make this special day possible for her. To Victoria, I would like to congratulate you. Not too many student athletes get this opportunity, to go on to the next level, and compete, as a track and field athlete, okay? To Mr. and Mrs. Bartlett, thank you for allowing us to coach your daughter. It's been an honor to watch her compete. And I'm glad that we all got to be a part of that. So thank you. Just to highlight some of her individual track awards, she was a 4-year letterman. She competed in the 3200, the 800, the 1600, and the 4x4. For those of you that don't know, the 1600, which is the mile, and the 4x4, the mile relay, are two events that are close to each other. They're right back to back, right? Victoria was always a team player. She didn't always run the mile relay, but when I needed her to run that event, she was always one to step up, and then she never backed down. So we appreciate that. Thank you. That just really speaks a lot about her character, and who she is as a competitor. So we appreciate that, Victoria. Thank you. She was an area qualifier her sophomore year, her junior year, and her senior year. She placed 3rd in the mile as a sophomore and 4th as a junior and a senior. But the biggest stat, that I want to mention today is that she kept a 103 grade point average. Her GPA was 103, so we commend you for that. I'll go ahead and start my speech. I do want to say, Victoria, over the last 4 years, you have ran many miles to get to where you are today. Not too many get the opportunity to call themselves a collegiate athlete, and I congratulate you for everything that you have accomplished so far. As you end your high school career and begin your next chapter at Our Lady of the Lake, remember all the life lessons that this sport has taught you. Values like hard work, dedication, commitment, responsibility, and most importantly, that everything in life is earned and never given. It is without question that you earned this opportunity. I will say that it does not get any easier, and you will experience many ups and downs. But if there's one thing I want you to remember, it is that winning is a great feeling, but it passes. What lasts forever is what you have learned throughout the process. Winning is not the point. Wanting to win is the point. Not giving up or letting up is the point. Never being satisfied with what you have done is the point. So when times get tough, think about all your hours you sacrificed and that you have your entire coaching staff and the entire Eagle Nation behind you. As a 4-year letterman, thank you for being a great role model and leader to our underclassmen. You are a great representation of what it means to be a Lady Eagle track and field student athlete. We look forward to seeing you compete at the next level, and we know that with your drive, you will be successful. We wish you the best of luck, and go Saints. Thank you.
With only 3 short weeks left until graduation, Victoria is celebrating this very special moment in her life with her 2 biggest fans sitting right next to her. To be able to accomplish something like this, you have to have determination, perseverance, but you also have to have a strong sense of self. And to learn a strong sense of self, you learn that from your home. You learn that from your biggest fans. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Victoria's biggest fans, her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Bartlett.
Didn't know they were going to insult my weight. Biggest fan? Come on. No? You go first? No, you go first. I know what I'm going to say. You really want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I've been told I'm going to go first. And I also got told some other things. If you embarrass me before I start talking, I'm going to cry before I even get on the mic. Right? Don't say anything that you think is funny. I can't do that. And I can't do any side comments. So, sorry, I'm going to be kind of boring right now. Hi, I'm James Bartlett. I'm Victoria's dad. And, you know, I think about how immature I was when Victoria was born, how young and immature I was. It makes me feel a lot better about how old and immature I still am. And it says here I'm supposed to pause for laughs. No? Okay. Yeah. Like most of you here, Victoria was born just a few years after 9/11, and it probably doesn't hit as hard for you as it does for those of us who lived through it. But we were very uncertain of what the future was going to be, where we were going to live, how we were going to live, and any minute now another attack was coming. And it was a scary time, but she made the uncertain times easy. Even though we had a baby and all this turmoil, she was a good kid. She was happy, easy to entertain. She loved Elmo and loved to learn new things. Her only flaw, her irrational fear of spiders, which is really bad. Life's a journey, not the destination. And the older I get, the more goals I accomplish, the more I know that's true. If you're just handed everything, if you didn't have to work for it, it would not carry nearly the same value as it does when you earn it. I'm a first-hand witness that Victoria was not handed any of these scholarships. They weren't from a drawing or a lottery. The government didn't give her a check. She earned them by training really hard, keeping her grades really high, and sometimes missing out on a lot of fun with her friends. But she did it, and you bet I'm proud of her. When she was barely old enough to run, I was in a lot better shape than I am now. We ran together every day from her daycare to our house, and it was about a quarter mile, but she was only 3 years old. So she had the drive to keep up with me, and she really wanted to win. In elementary school as a first grader, they would run the track every Wednesday, and every lap around the track you'd get a popsicle stick. And really quickly they put her in with the fifth graders because the fifth graders were the only ones who could keep up with her. We moved to Laredo, and they had an elementary school cross-country team, and she was on the podium her first race. At 7, she joined Taekwondo. The first day, the coach had her, or the instructor had her do some really hard physical stuff. It started burning, and she started crying, but she didn't complain. She didn't give up. She pushed through the burn, and she finished it. The instructor thought that was going to be our first day and our last day, but here she is. She went on to earn a third-degree black belt in Olympic Taekwondo. Yeah. And probably doesn't mean anything to you, but she also got Kukiwan certified, which is like the top Taekwondo certification you can possibly get. So anyway, a lot of the guys on the team who have challenged her to a fight know that she can fight really well too. I will say she does complain a lot now though. Victoria's always been coachable, whether it's her coaches or her Taekwondo instructors. She listens, and I'm sure they'll attest to that. She follows the rules, she doesn't take shortcuts, and that mixed with a little bit of talent equals success no matter who you are. I also want to give everyone here advice. She didn't just sit around and wait for scholarships to come to her. She contacted schools, she talked to coaches, and made them recognize her and start looking at her, and there she goes. She got the money. $16,000 a year for academics and $10,000 a year for running, plus $2,000 a year as for Honor Society. So it's a pretty good deal. This scholarship is a product of your hard work. You'll go on to a private school and at very little cost. You're going to earn a degree that will give you an edge on everybody else when it comes to employment and income. Keep building on that. Keep raising the bar and setting higher goals. There are few worthwhile shortcuts, and winning by cheating isn't winning. The thing is, it's no longer my rules or your coach's rules that you have to follow. Set your own rules and don't let yourself down. Have a goal and a plan, and you will be successful no matter what endeavor you take on. That recipe will work all day for any one of you. I hope you accomplish great things that benefit the world around you. I hope you never lose focus on being the best person you can be, and I hope you always set aside time to travel and scuba dive, because life becomes very short the older you get. We will love you unconditionally, no matter what the future holds, but my expectations remain high, and I know you'll keep on winning. And Chloe, you're next, right? All right.
Hello, everyone. I'm Victoria's mom, Josefina. My speech is not as long as this.
Closer and louder. Come on, Josie.
Well, thank you to the coaches for all the 4 years you've been with her, for getting her here where she's at right now. I greatly appreciate everything you do for her. And to Victoria, my speech is not as long as Dad's, but I hope you know I mean it from my heart. It seemed like yesterday that we brought you home from the hospital, and now here you are. When you started your senior years, you seemed so happy, and I was so excited for you. But then one night, anxiety kicked in, and I realized, I was only going to have you with us for a few more months. It's hard to explain how I feel, but I hope you know that we love you and that we're behind you, whatever you do.
You gotta be louder, too.
You are a great inspiration for your sister, and we've seen you for the last 17 years. You are an amazing young lady, and we're very proud of you, all your accomplishments, and we are looking forward to the future for everything that you have done. I am very grateful for the child that you have become. I'm very grateful. We love you and we wish you the best.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come that we've all been waiting for, where we're going to watch pen get put to paper and we watch a Lady Eagle become a saint, as Victoria Bartlett signs her letter of intent for track and field at Our Lady of the Lake University in San Antonio, Texas. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep that applause going as we welcome to the podium the woman of the hour, Miss Victoria Bartlett.
All right. Hello, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for being here and supporting me today. As you all know, I'm continuing my running career at Our Lady of the Lake University. Now, I wouldn't be able to continue my journey without the help of some truly amazing people. That being said, I would like to thank my coaches. Thank you for pushing me when I needed it most and not giving up on me when it probably would have been a lot easier. Thank you for not only coaching me in practices and meets, but in life as well. Thank you for all of the advice, love, and memories that you have given me. These past 4 years have truly been great, and I am so lucky to say that I was coached by some of the best coaches an athlete could ask for. Next, I would like to thank my teammates who have been through it all with me. You guys are some of my best friends, and I'm so grateful that y'all have been there for me these past 4 years. Some of you I've known since 7th grade, and some of you I've met more recently. But you've all made such a huge impact on my life. I'm going to miss the hard practices, our inside jokes, and our talks while we run. I'm so thankful for all of it, and I wouldn't have made it these past 4 years without all of you. Thank you for pushing me during practices and races. There were times I didn't feel motivated for myself, but you guys were there to motivate me. I wouldn't be here without you all, so thank you. I'm going to miss all of you next year, and I hope this isn't the end for us. Sorry. Next, I would like to thank someone who couldn't be here today, but will probably see a video of this. My Taekwondo coach, Master Jesse. He has been coaching me for 10 years now and is like a second father to me. While he didn't coach me in running, he helped shape me into the athlete I am today, and for that, I want to say thank you. Last but not least, I would like to thank my family. You all have been my #1 supporters from the very beginning. Mom, thank you for all that you do. You always put everyone else's needs before your own and have been someone that I can always go to when I'm struggling. Thank you for calming me down before and after the races. Thank you for always trying to take an interest in everything I do. You put so much effort into everything that you do, and that's something I love so much about you. You have always been someone who understands me, and I have no idea how I'm going to live 2 hours away from you next year. Dad, I want to thank you for being the one that started my journey. You took me to my first 5K when I was 5 years old and made me run it. You have been so invested in my athletic and academic career, sometimes I actually thought you might be better suited for it than me. I know I've been stubborn and like to ask you not to embarrass me anytime we go somewhere like I did right before we got here. But I truly am going to miss your horrible jokes and the funny face you make afterward while you wait for others to laugh. One thing you have taught me over the past 17 years is don't let others dictate the way you live your life, and that is something I will carry with me forever. I'm so thankful for the life you and Mom have given me and Chloe. None of this would have been possible without all of y'all's hard work. Everything I've ever done was to make you and Mom proud, and I hope I've accomplished that today. I love you all so much and truly appreciate how much time and effort you have invested into me and my future. Finally, Chloe. Oh. I know I haven't always been the easiest to grow up with. Sometimes I can be mean and judgmental, but I want you to know how much I love you. Not many people know this, but 5 is my lucky number. I'm not used to being this nice to her. The reason I chose 5 is because after waiting 5 years, Mom and Dad finally gave me my first best friend. Chloe, you are so great at everything you do, and I can't wait to watch you grow up and do amazing things. Just know that I'm here for you if you ever need anything, and I love you.
Well, that was definitely worth the wait, right? Hearing it fully. There's not a dry eye in the house right now, but definitely worth the wait. My favorite part of the ceremony is the time I get to spend with the athlete before the ceremony begins, because that's when I get to see a little bit into who they are, as they get to select people who help them along in this journey. Today, Victoria has selected 2 people to come up and speak on her behalf, Coach Galarza and Sophie De Leon. Stephanie.
Come up, Sophie.
Hello. Okay. I'm really nervous.
Alright. Gather yourself together, Stephanie. Made it all the way through until you started with Chloe. I was good. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Bartlett, it's been an honor and a privilege to coach your daughter. I want to personally thank you for trusting us with Victoria. Like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. Victoria, take a look around. Look at all of this support. You are truly blessed. There are certain truths that reveal themselves when it comes to competition. Victoria has seen her truths revealed throughout these 4 years. She knows what weakness feels like. She knows what doubt feels like. But she also knows what it feels like to win. After all, she is an eagle. Right? After 10 years of running distance, track and field, you've learned that it's a combination of science and personal effort. You know the difference between runner's pain and injury. Take your knowledge and experience and surround yourself with people that build you up and keep you focused. I don't have much more to say to you other than find joy in growing as an athlete. Be obsessed with growth. Before you start your season, declutter. Remove any outside factors that don't feed your athletic development. Keep your mindset at, I don't have time for anything else that's counterproductive to my track and field season. Learn to love the process. Love it so much that even on the tough days, you feel motivated and truly give your best every single day. I'm so proud of you, mamas. That's all I have to say.
Okay, I'm ready now. Good afternoon. My name is Stephanie, and I want to start off by saying thank you to Victoria and her family for giving me this opportunity to speak on such a memorable day. This is so embarrassing.
I love it.
I've known and have been running with Victoria since 7th grade. That's 6 years of running countless miles in the mornings, and if we were lucky, in the afternoons. We have learned so many things together throughout these years, and I'm so proud to say that one of my closest friends is moving on to the collegiate level. I remember being on runs talking about what we were going to do in the future, and you always brought up running in college. And the fact that we are here today to celebrate you, Victoria, for all the early mornings, countless hours and hard work you have put into the sport for over 9 years to get where you are today is beyond amazing. Although this past cross and track season was our last together, I'm glad I got to run it with you. I remember sophomore year is the year that Victoria and I started to become such close friends. Because of COVID, we had such a small, close-knit team, and ever since then, we've been best friends. Even though our times were so far apart from each other, I always felt like you were there for me each and every race, and I really hoped you'd think that I was there for you each and every race as you were for me. I want to say thank you for being such a great friend to me for all these years, and I hope you think the same of me. I'll support you 100% for the next couple years you'll be running. I'm going to miss you, and I'm so excited that you're moving on, and OLLU is going to get an amazing runner as well as an amazing person. The future has so many things in store for you. You can accomplish whatever you put your mind into. Lastly, on behalf of the team, we all love you so much. Good luck, God bless you, and go Saints.
I have sat through about hundreds of letters of intent, but I can say that Stephanie, your speech was definitely one of a kind. I've never seen such raw emotion, and you're very lucky to have a friend like that, because you could tell how proud she was of you. So, good job. And now for closing remarks, it is my honor to bring up to the podium Eagle Pass ISD Cross and Track Coordinator, Coach Gonzalez.
Signing days, we have a love-hate kind of relationship because I'm an emotional kind of guy, as you can tell. But it's always hard during these signing days because we lose an athlete that has completely committed to my passion. So it's funny because I was on the agenda to speak, but anyways, I couldn't let this go because 5-6 years ago, my aunt and uncle told me that we were going to get in this new transfer from Laredo, and I was like, oh, so then she's kind of like family then. So I was waiting for this young lady, and she had like Bambi legs when she first showed up, and I'm like, oh wow, she's going to be special, and she ended up being a very special athlete and person. So Mr. and Mrs. Bartlett, thank you very much for trusting us with your daughter. I'm here to give you Victoria advice. As a former college athlete, it gets rough. college running becomes a job, and you end up kind of like hating it because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck. I am getting financial aid to, get a degree at a discounted rate. So if I leave it, I have to pay a lot of money, and if I, stay with it, it's going to be rough. But my advice to you is, like Coach Galarza said, be prepared. We're always going to be here. Summers, use us. And I know it's hard because you're already graduated and freedom is great. But get out that door, come run with us, continue being a role model you've been for the past 5-6 years, because these athletes really, really look up to you, and you are the driving force to this machine that you have, and you're going to leave behind. So we love you, and go Saints.
Less than 2% of all high school athletes get to call them collegiate athletes. But even less than that do they call themselves true scholar athletes. Today, we are in the presence of not only a future collegiate athlete, but the definition of a scholar athlete. Because not only was Victoria won all those awards that Coach Venegas mentioned, she was also the first ever Peter Piper Scholar Artist of the Week for cross country, which you had to have a 90 GPA or above to even be in the selection. And as we learned, her 103 just skyrocketed her to success. Victoria, you are leaving a legacy here at Eagle Pass High School, which is hard to do because Eagle Pass High School, cross and track is a dynasty within themselves. And you have cemented your name in that program. We here wish you the best of luck, and always remember, once an Eagle, always an Eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to Our Lady of the Lake's newest saint, Miss Victoria Bartlett.